But one cool thing that came out of this, I got hella gifts. Not even lying. People showed up and they were giving me so much stuff. Like, I got so many Lego sets you don't even know.
Oh my God.
Bro, you don't even know how many Lego sets I got. Lego Star Wars went hard.
Hey everyone, welcome back to another episode of Adulting. We found that the Zoom chat edition was terrible, and we were in over our heads with that, and the views are kind of bad with Zoom chat, so now we're back to our regular set, and can't tell you guys how much I miss this place. You don't really know until you actually get that taken away from you, but I'm glad I'm back. Dante's glad he's back.
Oh my God, dude, it's crazy. I've been walking down here for the cheese. We got the videographer just going to town on the munchies right now. Okay. But dude, you don't understand how much I've missed this, because for the past couple of weeks, I've been going down into my basement, and it's all dark down here because obviously there's no reason for the lighting. And I come down, and this whole table was a mess because I got angry and I was just smashing everything. I was like, what the? I miss my podcast.
Dante's a rage monster.
Yeah, and so I would come down here and I'd be super depresso because I'd be sitting down here in a dark corner looking at the podcast, reminiscing on all the moments. No, I'm just kidding, but I have really missed it. It's good to be back. If you haven't noticed, it looks a little weird here again because it looks like it's the Dante and Avril special or something again.
We got the extra mic though.
Yeah. I wonder what happened to Josh.
We left an extra mic here for Josh, just in solidarity, because he caught COVID-19. No, he didn't, but he went on vacation. He just got back, so we're making sure that he's not anywhere near us because we don't want to get sick.
Yeah, we actually didn't even mention to Josh that we're filming without him right now. So when this episode drops on Tuesday, he's probably going to be a little shocked. But we had to go back to the set because our last episode was a Zoom chat, and that was absolutely horrible. Absolutely horrible. I mean, we did what we had to do. We made sure that we were posting consistently, but that episode, oh my God, the quality of that episode, man, that was terrible.
Yeah, it was pretty bad, I would say. The views suffered terribly. We went from averaging 2K per episode.
No, not even that. We had an episode that has over 6.5K views.
Yeah, and the last episode, I don't think it's got to 100 in 3 days.
No, the last episode is at 30 views right now.
Yeah, that'll happen.
Yeah, but you guys should just go watch it either way, because I mean, the context of the episode was pretty good. But I mean, check it out on audio. Actually, I mean. The audio's pretty good. I mean, you just don't pay attention to the video. I mean, we need the money because we got to improve this stuff. But let's get to it. Yeah. So we have an extra mic here today. As you all might be curious, why is there the extra mic? Well, this episode right here that you're watching right now, I believe is going to go down in adulting history. Because for the first time ever, we actually have a guest today. This guest is a unit of a man. He stands at over 6 feet tall. He's a high... Oh, shit. The audio cut out. Okay.
I was messing with you.
Okay. He's a high school hockey and lacrosse superstar. He's missing 2 of his fingers. Ladies and gentlemen, you know him as Bucky the 8-fingered videographer.
What's up, guys?
Welcome. It's so good to have you on for the very first time.
Yeah, thank you.
How does it feel sitting here in front of the cameras instead of being back there and recording?
It's a lot different. I feel like it's just a different experience, I guess.
So, Bucky, you were in Mexico. How was that?
It was really fun. Just getting to spend time with my family and stuff. Just getting away from all of this Corona stuff.
Yeah. Were you did you completely abandon social media and your phone over the week that you were there? Were you trying to live in the moment, or how was that?
I mean, yeah, I feel during the day, we'd go out and do stuff like that, and I just left my phone at the house because one, I didn't have any service, there's no point in bringing it with, and 2, I mean, I did use it a little bit, like at night before I went to bed and stuff like that, but it was pretty minimal.
Was it very stress leaving? Would you say, or not really?
I mean, it was low key better down there. Like all the like Mexican people and stuff like that. They didn't like
Viva Mexico!
I mean, like, yeah, they didn't. The coronavirus like wasn't really a big deal down there. Like no one was freaking out. Like like grocery stores were full. Like no one was like freaking out. Like people were still going out and doing stuff. It was like normal and felt like awesome.
Good. That's good to hear. But you had to come back early, unfortunately, just because were you worried about like the fact that you might get stuck down there, or?
Yeah, that was the main reason. Because like we came back like a day or two after they said like, yeah, you better get home because we're gonna close down the borders and stuff like that. So.
But I mean, couldn't have been horrible to be stuck in paradise, right?
I mean, yeah, but it'd be different.
Yeah.
Trying to find a place to stay there for another month, at least 2 months.
Yeah, I have a question for you actually. So while you were gone, there was this girl who was in our adulting group chat.
Oh, really?
And she was talking. Who was this girl, man?
Oh, she was just a friend. I asked her to keep my streaks.
No, I was confused because I said something in that group chat and then you I thought it was you, but you responded speaking in the third person about yourself. And I was like, what, has he completely lost it, or what's going on? Because it was like, Brayden is gone right now, but he will be back tonight. And I was like, what?
I was like, oh my god, what's wrong with Brayden? Anyway, that was kind of funny.
Yeah,
She's not like your significant other or anything, just a friend, just a friend. All right, I just want to clarify too. If you guys see Avril and I drinking out of these glasses, it's not alcohol. I made a non-alcoholic pineapple grape mojito. It's pretty smack, but yeah, we're 18, so we're not under the influence. Yeah, but you showed me some pictures. I mean, it looked beautiful, man.
Yeah, the water was like so clear and stuff. You could see like all the fish in the water if you went snorkeling and stuff. Like we went snorkeling the first day and we saw like sea turtles, stingrays, tons of fish. It was like, really cool.
Did you meet any ladies?
No.
That's unfortunate. That's unfortunate.
Yeah, there's like no one there though. It's like all like during the time like we were supposed to be. There's supposed to be hundreds of people because like tourists and stuff from like other like and spring break and stuff. And it was like empty. No one was there. So it was like really nice. So, like when you went to places where normally they're packed, they're just empty, and you got to do like whatever we wanted because it was just so nice.
When I introduced you, I mentioned that you're a lacrosse player. And with light of recent news, or not in light, I guess, but with what's happening right now, we're clearly not going back this year to school. So that means that lacrosse is probably going to end up getting canceled, right? Have they? I'm guessing they haven't officially said it's canceled yet, right?
No, we still have trials scheduled for May 4th. So.
But obviously, if we don't go back to school, they'll probably do something with that.
Well, I don't know, because in the fall, sports start about 2 weeks before school starts. So I don't think there's any like official rule saying that you have to be like in school to play sports.
I think there kind of is though.
Yeah,
like, there are any summer sports or spring sports that go into the summer.
Yeah, because they're congregating over groups
sports.
over of 10 people, so they can't allow it.
That would be the official state rule about you know congregating. But I'm just saying, like, I don't think the high school league has any issues with sports like happening while school is out.
Oh yeah, but if they do cancel school and like the whole quarantine crisis is still going on, they'll obviously have to cancel lacrosse.
Yeah, sadly.
Yeah, did you guys see that Minneapolis actually closed all their beaches and parks for the rest of the summer?
I saw that. Did you guys know that there's still 2 states that aren't like under this like quarantine type thing?
Yeah, is North Dakota one of them?
South Dakota and Wyoming.
Okay.
Yeah, they're both like just do whatever you want, like they don't care, and they're still going to school and stuff. So.
Yeah. You live on the lake or close to the lake?
I have lake access.
You have lake access.
Yeah.
You think they're gonna end up having to close our lakes and stuff too eventually? I mean, obviously we hope not, but like, what do you think's gonna happen?
I honestly don't know. I feel like that's kind of a bit much.
Yeah, because the dock services aren't actually allowed to operate right now. So if you don't have your dock in the water and you can't do it yourself, you can't actually have anyone do it for you because.
Yeah, no, that's what we normally do. Though. We normally put our own dock.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Nice.
Oh, something that happened very recently. So in Malibu, California, there was a person paddleboarding in the water by themselves, and they got arrested. They got arrested for being in the water paddleboarding by themselves. But the funny thing is, the people who called the cops on them, there was two of those people. They were standing on the beach like 2 feet away from each other.
Oh my god, bruh. That's what I call a hypocrite right there.
Yeah.
That's the definition.
So that was I found that interesting.
Yeah.
That, they arrested the Coast Guard came through in like 3 boats and picked this guy up, and then they were like literally hugging him, dragging him off, which was interesting because to me it's like he's in the water by himself.
Wait, was the guy refusing like arrest or like to like get off the water, or how come they had to drag him in?
Well, no, they weren't dragging him, but when you arrest someone, like legally they're allowed to they're required to hold them they have to hold him pretty tightly. So
even if the guy was like, "Oh, I'm sorry, I'll get off the water," they still had to arrest him though.
Yeah, I believe so. That was the police's decision in that moment. But,
that's crazy.
Another thing.
Did he get fined? You know?
He got a misdemeanor.
Okay.
So he's gonna have to go to court, and it's like a maximum fine of $1,000 or 6 months in jail or both. So
yeah,
that's dumb in my opinion.
Yeah, I mean it sucks. I mean, yeah.
Something else I heard recently was the NBA. There's been not a lot, but there's like been little rumblings here and there that the NBA might start up again, but they'd be playing where the summer league happens at the stadium in Las Vegas, Nevada. And how it would work would be that they would have one hotel, like one massive hotel in Las Vegas, rented out by the NBA itself. Mm-hmm. And since the roster sizes are like only 15 people, they would give one floor to each NBA team, and there'd be 30 floors. Each NBA team gets one floor.
That's kind of sick.
Playing with no audience, I assume?
Playing with no audience and playing at one arena.
That's kind of sick.
I mean, it would be kind of cool, but
there'd be games all day.
So would they not be allowed to leave the hotel though? I'm guessing.
Yeah, I mean, obviously, like strict quarantine rules would probably be enforced.
Would this be going on for like a couple months or?
Depends if they decide to. I mean, they kind of have 2 options right now because the majority of the season's over.
Yeah.
So they could, go straight to the playoffs.
Yeah.
So it would obviously be only 16 teams instead of 8. But,
yeah.
Or 16 teams instead of 30 teams, but they could go straight to the playoffs, so it'd be way less people involved anyway, and there'd be no media access or anything, so that cuts it down by about like 200-300 people right there. And if there's no fans, then
that kind of sucks for the players though, because like would they be able to see their families? Like are they saying that the families could come and stay here too then, or how does that work?
I'm not sure of all the details. I mean, like I said, it's just
being talked about right now.
It's just being talked about that because the NBA is kind of the only sport that you can really do that in because the team sizes are so small. I mean, it's only 15 people with 4 or 5 coaches max.
Yeah.
And then instead of having each team's like training staff there, they would have one league training staff. So it'd be kind of like a community league.
Yeah, I mean, if they could figure that out, that'd be entertaining for everyone stuck at home to watch on TV.
I mean, yeah, and the way they're saying is it would be running all day. Like the games would be all day.
What about the people that have season tickets?
I don't know. Yeah, I don't know.
That's a good question.
I don't know if they've refunded those yet. I'm guessing that they'll either refund or
move it to like you get that many next season.
Like most people that have season tickets, they renew every year anyway because the way
maybe they'll give you a free year.
Yeah, the way season tickets run is like there's so many people that you have to join a waiting list.
It's like a lottery, yeah.
Yeah, so if you want to get season tickets for pretty much any major sport in the U.S., so
yeah.
Interesting. Yeah, a lot of the movies that I've been hyped to go see that are coming out, like they were supposed to be coming out either next month or this summer, all been postponed to 2021, and that's nuts to me, man, because I don't know.
Or if they just come out on DVDs and people just go to the store and buy them, then watch them.
Yeah, I wanted to go see the new Black Widow movie that was supposed to come out next month. That looked pretty freaking sick to me, but it got postponed to 2021, I think.
That's
And-
kind of dumb.
Yeah,
And I don't think they're gonna release those movies on Blu-ray
no,
or anything.
they would
because
lose so much money.
They would lose. Yeah, they would lose some. The movie studios wouldn't make any money off of
Yeah,
that.
because think about it. If a DVD averages about like $20 a DVD, well, that's only like 2 tickets. Sometimes.
Well, it depends on what theater
Yeah,
you're going to.
that's like. Actually, that's probably like only like 1.5 tickets. Because like if you go to like the nice movie theaters, think about it. A ticket costs like anywhere from $11 to $14.
Yeah.
So yeah, they would lose out on so much money.
Yeah, so I don't think they're gonna release movies.
Yeah.
But I don't want to talk about Corona on this
Yeah.
episode. I feel
No.
like
We've been talking about it a lot.
Yeah, I want to.
So you've dropped 2 vlogs now.
Oh yeah, so 3. Oh.
Well,
yeah.
2 vlogs, 1 like discussion video or whatever.
Yeah. So I was bored at home and we couldn't film the podcast, and I was like having this itch where I was like, must create content. And so what I did was I discussed this. We've discussed this on like a podcast before, but I decided to just like go on my Google account and like start a vlog channel, and the response has been pretty good. Last time I checked, that was very close to 100 subs. I'm at like 95 or something like that right now.
Nice.
And it's my videos have been pretty good. I mean, they haven't taken off like the podcast did, but I'm guessing that's because the production quality is a lot lower than what the podcast is. I don't have I film my vlogs off my iPhone because I don't have like a professional film camera or anything, and it doesn't make that much of a difference in quality, in my opinion. Like seeing other people's vlogs, obviously like the editing, like some of the stuff that the really big YouTubers do with editing and stuff. I can't do that because I don't have like the $400 a month software that they use. But I'm editing all my stuff on iMovie. But
I think so far has been. I think you're doing pretty good. But yeah, I mean, obviously, don't hate on yourself too much because like. The thing is, too, like, you can't get that many people to be in your vlog right now because everyone's, like, stuck in isolation. So I mean, once that's all over, I mean, hopefully, like, your views, you'll start to see, like, an increase in your views.
yeah,
And one thing I am interested in, though, is how many subscribers that you have are also subscribed to Adulting. Like, what's the percentage or ratio? Or, like, how many people that you have aren't actually subscribed to Adulting?
Yeah, that's something I want to work on. Is I want to promote the podcast in my vlogs, but I also don't want to get to the point where I'm promoting so much stuff that like 3.5 minutes of my entire vlog is just me talking about the podcast on Pack Strong Apparel.
You're just an ad. You're just a giant ad.
Yeah.
You're a billboard.
Yeah, I feel like those YouTubers who do that are just kind of annoying. Like, you watch all their videos consistently, but they're all like, oh, go subscribe, go check out my Instagram, yada, yada, yada. I'm like, okay, you don't have to shut out your stuff every single video.
Yeah, like some YouTubers, you click their video and it's like the title is going to be how to do whatever, and then the first 4.5 minutes is them, like, it cuts away, so they do their intro, then it cuts away, and they're standing in a studio talking about some product that they're like, this video is sponsored by whatever, like, crazy brand, and then they talk for, like, 4.5 minutes, so you got to skip through all of that. Yeah. I don't want to be that YouTube channel.
Yeah.
By any means, so.
Yeah, but that's how they get their money, though,
Yeah.
from those sponsors and stuff, though.
Yeah, I'm not trying to hate on them, but, like, there's a certain point where they're just pushing it too much, I feel like, and I don't want to get to that point.
Yeah, there's certain people who, like, incorporate their sponsorships into their videos, like, really creatively, though.
Yeah.
Like, I think David Dobrik's one who definitely, like, with his SeatGeek or whatever, how he always uses that as a sponsorship, but then he uses that and buys his friends, like, really expensive cars. And I think that's creative how he does that.
Same like Mr. Beast, like all of his creative videos he does and stuff like that with all his sponsors.
Yeah. But, like, there is definitely a time where, like, it just takes up way too much time out of the video, and then it, like, doesn't allow the content to be as worthy it is. Yeah, I think that's my furnace.
That's a furnace.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's sort of like.
So loud. Okay, anyways, today I had the idea that we all share our trauma stories with the audience. How do you guys feel about this?
I mean, I'm down.
Are you down?
Yeah.
Sure. Yeah.
Bucky, you down?
Yeah.
All right.
You can start.
Anyone else? Oh, I'm gonna start.
Yeah.
The
Your
Dante
idea.
gonna start.
Your idea.
Ooh.
You get to start.
Ooh. Let's see.
Maybe turn your mic down a little bit.
Yeah.
Like maybe that'll
Dante do be loud.
drown
Okay.
out.
Oh. Okay. Anyways, for my trauma story, let's see. I'm probably gonna talk about. Well, yeah. Do you want a funny one or do you want like a gross one?
I mean, you could do both.
I've heard. I think I've heard the gross one. Let's do the funny one.
The funny one?
Yeah.
Okay. So, we were like 5th grade, right? You were probably you were 4th grade because you're younger than us. But when Hunger Games came out, I think when like it was a movie and it was a big thing, or maybe the first movie came out like beginning of middle school. I don't know. Either way, I was really really obsessed with these movies. Like I don't know.
Miss Evergreen.
Yeah. Okay. Yes, she was definitely my celeb crush at that time. I'm not like. I don't know what to say. She was pretty cute. Anyways, I don't know. I was obsessed with the idea of weaponry. I'm gonna sound like a psychopath. Yeah. And I thought it was so cool. Like this chick had like a bow and arrow, and she would just be like killing people with them. And so I got the bright idea to convince my mom to let me buy a pocket knife. And so I bought this pocket knife from, I think it was from like Target or something, and I had like these woods in my backyard, and so I was going into my backyard, and I was attempting to make my own like bow and arrows basically from like fallen trees and stuff, and so I was sharpening these sticks into arrows, and I was trying to sharpen them, and then I was like trying to run around and do parkour in my backyard. I said my backyard, kind of weird. Anyways, so I had one of the arrows that had been sharpened, and I jumped and I tried to do like a tuck and roll. And when I jumped, I had the pointy end of the arrow sticking up, and the arrow went into my eye. And so I went like this. I was like dabbing my eyeball basically, and I looked at my finger, and my finger had blood on it. And I was freaking out. Like I was absolutely freaking out. I knew my dad was gonna scream at me and be like, "See, this is why you should never own a pocket knife. I know you're too stupid for this kind of stuff." And so I went inside first, and I said to my mom, and I was like, "Mom, I think my eye might be bleeding." And she's like, "What?" And she looked at it, and my eye was completely red. Like the white part of my eye was just red, and I had a little bit of blood, and I had like a napkin that I was trying to like dab some of the blood. But anyways, I had to go to the hospital because I couldn't see out of the eye at that moment. It was really blurry and it hurt super bad. I don't know if you guys have ever like scratched your eye before, like from an eyelash or something. Like it can scratch your eye and it feels really irritated. So it was like that times 10. And I went to the hospital and they were doing like these tests on my eye basically. And the guy said that if it was like a fraction of a millimeter closer to like the center, it would have hit my cornea and I would have went permanently blind. And luckily I didn't lose any vision. I didn't have any like impaired vision from that. But I went around for like a month at school with a red eye. It was so disgusting. It was bright red, and I think people were afraid of me, to be honest.
But is that part of the reason why you're kind of like really blind anyway?
Yeah, that's a good question. Because at that point, I didn't wear glasses, and about a year later, I started wearing glasses. But yeah, I don't know.
So let me ask you this: is your prescription in that eye stronger than the one in your other eye?
Oh, there is one eye that I have stronger than the other one.
Yes.
I just can't remember which eye I stabbed. Did I stab my left or my right? So I mean, very well possible.
Yeah.
But yeah, I basically almost went blind. So that one was a kind of more funny one, but like, do you want to hear the like more disturbing one or no?
Yeah, let's go for it.
I think you know it.
I think I know this one.
Okay, so I've made a lot of stupid mistakes in my life that have resulted in me getting painfully injured. I've broken my arm. I've cut sliced my finger open. I've obviously stabbed my eye. But one of the most memorable times I will never forget was the time that I got 20 stitches in my leg. And so this was because my sister was playing over at my neighbor's house when I was younger, and my mom had made dinner, and so I wanted to go bike over there. I don't know why, because like it was my neighbor. They literally lived right across the street, and so I biked over there and I went to go grab my sister, and she said she was okay. She was coming, and I had like a little BMX bike at the time because like that was cool, like for people to like stand on your pegs and stuff and like do like little tricks. And so I was biking down the driveway of my neighbor's house going back home, and one of the girls who lived at that house came out of her garage out of nowhere, and I didn't know, and she jumped on the back of my pegs, and I got super wobbly on the bike, and I lost my balance, and we actually fell. And the girl scratched her knee and was crying. I don't know why she was crying though, because like she didn't even have it bad. Like she had a scratched knee. But I was like, oh my god, that was kind of painful. But I had like the adrenaline rushing through me, so I didn't know what was going on, and I didn't have a hole on my pants or anything. So this is why it was weird. But there was a giant wet spot on my sweatpants. And there was like this wet print, and so like I like kind of stuck my hand in my pants. It was on my thigh. Okay, I wasn't touching myself. And I like poked my thigh or whatever, and my fingers went inside my leg. And like when I took my hand out, there was actually like some fat from my thigh on my fingers. There was no blood though, no blood. And somehow the bike pedal had managed to puncture my thigh, but it didn't go through my sweatpants. Just the pressure like was able to break the skin of my thigh, and it went in, and I had probably like an 8-inch long gash across my leg with wide open, and literally there was stuff falling out of my leg. And so my mom had to drive me to the hospital once again. Or this was before I almost went blind, I guess. Yeah, I know. I have a really messed up childhood, okay? But I was so scared that my leg was going to have to get amputated that I asked my mom if I was going to have to get a robot leg. But it really wasn't that bad. I mean, I ended up getting 20 stitches, and I have a giant scar across my thigh to prove it. It's kind of nasty. It looks like I got bit by a shark, but that was probably the most horrifying moment that has happened in my life so far.
So when you like, if someone asks what's that on your leg, and you're not that good friends with them, do you tell them you got bit by a shark? I feel like that's such a...
That would be a hype story, wouldn't it?
That'd be a much cooler story than
but,
some girl jumped on the back of my bike and...
I mean, no one really sees it unless like I pull my shorts up or anything. So I guess it's not... That's the part that kind of sucks. Like, too bad it wasn't in my like calf or something where like everyone could see it. It was like right on my upper thigh, so it's kind of hard to see. But yeah.
That's a weird spot. I feel like that's kind of weird. But.
Yeah, and like, have you guys ever gotten stitches? You got stitches, right?
Right here.
Have you gotten stitches? Yeah. Okay, well, you'll probably go into your story yet. But the feeling of getting stitches removed is the weirdest feeling ever.
Oh, it's so weird.
It's like this weird, like tingling, like ticklish sensation.
Like it doesn't hurt. But
yeah,
like, it's
no.
like a weird tingling feeling.
I had 20 of those being pulled out of my thigh after. Okay. That's probably enough. That was probably disgusting. But Avril, you got a story?
Yeah. So this is very recently, as in this is less than a year ago. It was this fall. I was at soccer practice, and so we were playing keepy uppies, right? So it was me and two of the other guys, and I won't mention the person who did this name because they watched the podcast. I won't mention your name, but we're basically we're juggling in a circle, right? Mm-hmm. And the ball went up like pretty high, mm-hmm. and I mean this wasn't anyone's fault. It wasn't my fault. It wasn't this other person's fault. So this person's rather tall. They're 6 feet tall compared to me. I'm only like 5'5", 5'6". And so I went up to header the ball. This person, since they're that tall, they stuck their leg up. Basically, both of us missed the ball completely, and his cleat went straight into my nose right here. I think it was actually 2 cleats, because 1 cleat's usually only like that big. So I think 2 of his cleats went straight into my nose and cut me pretty deep. And the weird thing was, I didn't feel any pain, like, because it was like a very quick like jab. It was like just in and out right
Are
away.
cleats actually that sharp,
Well,
or
it depends, but like no.
like are
they're-
soccer cleats sharp, or like was it just like it hit the right angle at the right time and it like was
No,
able-
they're pretty sharp. They're made of plastic, but I mean, like the good ones.
yeah.
Like anyone playing in high school at a high enough level, they're wearing like.
Was he kicking pretty hard though? Because like I feel like if he just like gently tapped you, I don't know what it like.
That would
still
have to be
slice-
very gentle because remember it's on your feet and your
Yeah.
feet are very like your legs are the most powerful part of your body.
So he was probably kicking pretty
a
hard.
little, just a little bit of pressure. Like you think it's a little bit of pressure, but it's a lot of pressure.
And
Like,
so you weren't in pain when he kicked you in the face though?
no, like it was because it was just so like real.
Heat of the moment.
It was just real quick, like half a second,
Yeah.
if that. It would just went in straight out, and like it felt weird.
Mm-hmm.
It was like kind of felt like what it feels like when you're getting your stitches removed, where it like tingled and it got really cold. It didn't burn or anything.
Yeah.
It got really cold on my face, and I was like, what the? And I get up, right, and the weird thing was it hurt my eye the most. Like I had like tears flowing out of this eye. And I wasn't crying or anything, but it was just like my eye got irritated for some reason. I'm guessing probably a little bit of blood got in it or something. I get up, and there's like 4 people around me just staring at me like this. And I'm like, why y'all staring? They're like, you have a big fucking hole in your face. And I was like, no, I don't feel it. They're like, so I was like, why are you waiting? Like, I was like, why don't let's get back to what we were doing. They're like, no. Like, so this dude like grabs me and drags me to the trainer, and I still haven't seen what my face looks like in the moment, so I have no idea, and I didn't feel any pain. So I like genuinely think that it's not that bad. I was like, oh, it's probably a little bit of blood. Like I've gotten blood drawn before. It's not that bad. No, the trainer looked at me, and she looked at me like this.
Like, bruh.
Yeah, and you know it's bad when the athletic trainer is looking at you surprised, because it's like, those people aren't supposed to get fazed by anything, but, yeah, so she looked at me, she's like, you've got, like, blood pouring out of your face, and at this point I realized, okay, it's a lot of blood, because it was, like, pouring down my face, and, like, my left side of my face was pretty red, and so she's like, well, this is going to require, like, a couple stitches, and obviously she can't do stitches, like, right there on the field. That's not sanitary, so she kind of gave me, like, it looked kind of funny. I wonder if I probably have a picture of it, maybe, but it looked kind of funny. She took, like, a gauze pad and a Band-Aid and put a Band-Aid over my nose, like, over the bridge like that, like, kind of when you break your nose, you know, you put those butterfly bandages to give it structure. Yeah. She did that with it, and then, like, kind of wrapped my face like across.
Mummy Avril.
Yeah. It looks kind of funny, but like it wasn't that bad where it was like holding me back from doing anything. So I was like, all right, I'm gonna go back to playing. And she was like, no, you're not going back to playing. I was like, why? I've played with like a broken arm before. She's like, no, like you can't go back to playing. I was like, why? She's like, 'cause it's so close to your like. It's so close to your eye and so close to your brain that I don't know if it can damage it anymore. So, like, I left practice right there and went to my house, and my parents like drove me to the ER, and they're like, "How'd you drive here by yourself?" And I was like, "I don't know, it wasn't that bad. Like, I could still see it and everything. Like, I at this point, I still haven't seen my face because I never got to, like, pull my phone out. And
Did you ever touch your nose or anything, too, though, or no?
No, because, like, I just didn't think of it. Like, all this was happening so fast, I never got, like, the opportunity to, like, touch my nose. And partly, I also didn't want to.
And at this point, while you were driving, you, like, you didn't feel, like, lightheaded or anything? No, because it was covered at this point. Yeah. And so I go home, my mom takes my bandages off, and she's like, oh my god, like, I guess it was bleeding pretty bad. I still hadn't seen it until I looked in the mirror, and I was like, oh, that's...
Okay, then.
That's pretty bad. So we went to the ER, and the doctor, you know, he was a good doctor, like, not trying to knock on him or anything, but I think he was, like, of Slavic descent or something, and... It was kind of scary because I couldn't understand what he was saying because he had such a thick accent. So he was like, okay, I'm gonna put lidocaine. Like that's what he was saying. He's like, I'm gonna put lidocaine on your face, but like,
Was he a plastic surgeon?
Yeah.
Okay.
And so, well, no, he was an ER surgeon.
Oh, you didn't have a plastic surgeon suture you up?
No.
Oh.
Because I asked, and they're like, no, it's like not nearly bad enough to need a plastic surgeon.
Yeah. I mean, he did a good job.
Yeah.
It's like the scar's like not really that.
Yeah,
visible.
and so he was like, okay, I'm gonna put lidocaine, and like that's what I thought I heard. What I didn't hear was, oh, I'm gonna take like 4 needles and shove them straight into your face. That was the worst part of it. So to numb it up.
I dislike needles with a passion.
Yeah. So he took like 4 different like numbing agents and like shoved them like straight into my nose and like poured it in. It hurt pretty bad, and then he like stitched it up and it was all good. Funny story that goes off of this. So when we were at the ER, my girlfriend was there with us, and she was standing like next to me, right, watching this happen. And then so they put a tarp over your face when you're like getting stitched up.
Yeah.
And so I couldn't see anything, but I could hear. I had all my senses. They were just fine. I just hear her like talking to my mom, and my mom is like, all right, like let's like leave the room. And then I hear someone hit the floor.
Oh my god.
So she passed out watching me get my face stitched up.
Dude, I went with you when you got your tattoo, and your girlfriend went with too. And dude, I don't know if this girl is just like over dramatic or if she is sensitive to anything that looks painful.
Yeah.
Because when the whole time you were getting the tattoo, she was like freaking out, like, and she wasn't even experiencing it, but she's like, oh my god, and she was like cringing. And I thought she was gonna pass out there.
Oh, I didn't think she. I asked her. I was like,
Like she kept grabbing you, and she's like, "Oh my god, this looks so scary."
Yeah.
I was like, "What?"
No, she's just like really sensitive to
You were
stuff.
Hey, you were there, Advent. Do you think it was a little dramatic? Yeah.
She's just like hypersensitive to pain.
Yeah.
And it's like one of those things where it's like if like she sees someone that like she knows and like anyone from her family or any of her friends like dealing with pain where it's just like it kind of hurts her, and so that's what it was. And because like she like did like CNA classes and stuff, and she said like she never had issues doing anything like that because she doesn't like have a relationship with that person. And like this is something that I agree. My dad, he has the same thing where like he's seen people like get injured and stuff because like he pretty much his whole life like he's like an engineer, so he's like often in like labs and testing facilities and stuff, and like he'll see someone like hurt themselves or something,
blow their face off.
Well, not that bad. He doesn't work in like a gun facility. But like, you know, like have like cuts and where they start bleeding and stuff that'll require stitches like about this bad, but like on their arms and legs and stuff, and like it doesn't affect him, but like when he saw it happen to me, like he was like he almost passed out.
Yeah. Oh wow.
So like that's I think a pretty common thing where like people don't get affected, but until like
did you take any pictures of your nose before you like got it sutured up or anything?
Yeah, I have a couple pictures. I'll show you guys.
Yeah.
Later.
After we film. Yeah.
But it was, and that was when I cleaned it. Like that's when my mom cleaned it up with like
gauze or something.
Yeah, with like bacitracin and stuff.
Oh.
So it's not as bad, but like at one point, like I had blood like flowing down my face, and I couldn't. I still didn't think. I was like, it's not that bad.
That's crazy. That's crazy, man. All right, time for the guest.
Yeah. All right. So
this one's probably the best.
Yeah.
All right. So my story takes place about like 6 years ago. So like when I was 10. Well, no. Oh, not 6. 7 years ago. I just turned 17. So yeah, about 7 years ago. Last day of summer, Memorial Day. Pretty sure that's what it is. Yeah, last day of summer.
Labor Day.
Labor Day. That's what it is. My bad. Labor Day. We're on the boat. We're just about to head off. My dad pulled up the anchor. He left it at the front of the boat, and it was kind of more of a windy day. So there's like waves, like a bit more wavy type of stuff. And normally that's fun when you're on the boat. Like going off some waves is normally like a fun thing. And we're on our way back to the boat launch, and we go off a couple waves, whatever. I see, like, I'm sitting at the front of the boat, like, looking like with the waves and like the wind blowing in my face, stuff like that. And I see, and
You're
I'm
like,
sitting
paint me like one of your French girls, Jack.
Yeah, but so I'm sitting at the front, and like we off one wave, and the anchor is still at the front of the boat because we had like an open. At the time we had an open bow boat, so like the bow was open to like the water. Oh shit! The bow was like open to the water and stuff, so like anchor was just chilling there. I saw it like bounce one time, like thinking it was nothing, and then it happened again. It moved a little bit more. Then we went off one big wave, and it flew off the front of the boat. And me, 10-year-old, thinking, oh, okay, I'm just gonna grab it. It's like a cool thing. I was like, oh, snagged it, and I pull it back up. Be like a cool thing. It's like something sick or whatever went through my mind. So I reached out to grab it, and with like a split second went by, and the next thing I know, like my hand is like just I shake it off, and I'm running back to my mom with my hand curled up.
Oh God!
And she immediately, I don't know how my dad and my mom knew exactly what happened, but like she just took my hand, wrapped it in a towel, and then my dad went and pulled up the anchor right away, and he was mad. He was livid. Because like he low-key knew it his fault.
Like mad at you or mad that it happened?
Mad that it happened.
Oh, okay.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, because I've gotten hurt before, like, same with Dante. Like, it's not like I'm doing stupid stuff. It's more like sports injuries.
Yeah.
Like, through, like, sports and stuff, I've broken my ankle, wrist, and fingers and stuff like that.
Jesus.
Yeah, other stuff like that. But, yeah, so immediately after that, my mom, we were starting to go towards my friend's house because we were close to my friend's house. She lived on the lake, and she called 911 right away. And we pulled up to his house, and he comes sprinting down. He's like, "What's up?" And then they just get the address and stuff like that. So then we're getting off the boat, and I went into shock right away. So I didn't really I was kind of like lackadaisical, and like I wasn't like all the way there completely. And like I could still see and stuff like that. It was like blurry and stuff though, and I was just like dazed, like if I was like on meds or something. So I was just chilling there, and I feel like it was a little bit much, but like. What was it, like 3 or 4 state troopers pulled up.
State troopers?
Yeah, and like 2 other police officers, like there was a lot, and then the ambulance showed up. It was a lot, but it was also kind of sick at the same time.
Do you feel the most important person in the world at that moment?
I mean, I was 10 years old, and I'm just like, what the heck is going on? Because like I didn't feel a thing. I didn't feel a single thing.
Do the police have to show up every time 911 is called?
Yeah, because how it works is they dispatch the police, the fire truck, and the ambulance right away before you even ask what's going on.
Yeah, there might have been a fire truck too, but I don't know.
Yeah, like when you call 911 and like when you say the first word, like if they hear like any like panic in your voice, they'll just send them to wherever you are right away, and then like get all the details later. So if it's like your house is being broken into and like they need to be silent, then they'll send the ambulance and the police and not the fire truck, and they'll be like, okay, turn your sirens off so it doesn't like tip off anyone or whatever. But they send them right away. That's why they get there like pretty much right after you end the call anyway, that like you end the call and they're there.
Did you ride in the ambo to the hospital?
Yeah, it was sick. Got a police escort, I'm pretty sure. It was kind of sick.
Damn.
Yeah, it was sick. So yeah, and I was getting questioned by like the state trooper and stuff like that, just like normal things like what's your name, what day is it, yada yada.
Were they asking if your parents cut your fingers off?
No, they didn't. my dad talked to him like in private, so like, I'm guessing he figured it out. But
do you remember like when you got to the hospital, like anything that happened there? No?
Yeah, so basically, I didn't go into surgery right away. I went into surgery the next day, so I slept overnight at my house. So like they just bandaged it up.
And sent you home?
Yeah, they sent me home. And then the next day, I went to surgery at TRIA, you know where that is over in Bloomington. So I went there and got surgery. And then that was kind of cool. Not really, though, because I don't remember any of it.
Were you awake?
No, I wasn't awake.
No, okay.
They put me under for that. So, yeah.
Were you in pain the night before, though, that you went home? And
no, they numbed it up pretty good. So I didn't feel anything.
Stuck like some needles in there?
Probably, and I didn't feel it at the time either, so I didn't feel any needles or anything. So.
Yeah.
They don't even know what happened. I still haven't even told them what happened, basically. So after that, so I got surgery the next day, and then so basically what they've been saying, like everyone's been saying, oh, the 8-fingered videographer. It's not really 8, but like so as you can see here, like the top 2 like top two.
You want to zoom in
knuckles
on his fingers real quick?
Yeah, so like the top two knuckles here have like gotten like cut off.
Alright.
So he's really like 9 fingered.
Yeah,
Because like
basically.
it's half. So,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm.
So new nickname is Braden the 9 fingered videographer.
Yeah.
So yeah. But one cool thing that came out of this, I got hella gifts. Not even lying. People showed up and they were giving me so much stuff. Like I got so many Lego sets you don't even know.
Oh my
Bro, you don't even know how many Lego sets I got. Lego Star Wars went hard. You have no idea.
Did your parents take any pictures of your finger? Like, what it
No,
look like? Or
I didn't get any of that.
yeah.
But recently I did get an X-ray picture. Like it was a year
Yeah.
ago of my hand. It was pretty sick.
Yeah. Did they have to remove any extra of your finger after that, or did they just suture it up? How did that work?
To be honest, I don't even know. But
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure they probably like filed down the bone maybe.
Yeah.
I don't know because like it probably wasn't. I have no clue to be honest.
Yeah.
I didn't give it that much detail.
What about like after surgery and like the months after? Were your fingers in pain at all? Like,
to be honest, like not really. It was just like a whole different like experience
Yeah.
kind of thing. But
did you get like the ghost phantom limb disorder at all?
to be honest, I've never had that. Like I
Yeah.
know people like if
Yeah.
they had like limbs chopped off, like they'd be like, "Oh, what the heck?" Like that's.
I still
there,
feel
but
my
it's
leg,
not-
yeah.
but like it's not there. I haven't really
Mm-hmm.
because I feel like it's more of a smaller type of thing.
Yeah.
Like I don't feel it as much, but yeah.
Did it take any adjusting to like grabbing stuff at all?
Did. Like
yeah.
so I didn't go to school for like the first 2 weeks of the school year.
Oh wow.
Yeah, so and then when I went back, I had to write right-handed until I could actually move it because I was in a bandage for another week or 2 after that at least, so I could let it heal and stuff. And then I took out all the stitches and stuff, and then I started doing physical therapy on getting like moving and stuff like that. And still, I don't even have full range of motion because probably I didn't do physical therapy that like as much as I could have. So
Mm-hmm.
I was like, yeah, like I can't move it when I go like this. Like, you
Yeah.
know, I can't do that.
Yeah, and when I introduced Bucky, I said he's a unit of a man. So when I say that, his hands are quite actually being enormous. So his like half fingers that he has are probably bigger than the average person's like pinky because this dude's hands are like gorilla hands, man.
He's a big dude. Like,
Yeah.
What size shoes you wear?
13 and a half.
Oh my god. Yeah, he's a big guy.
13 and a half.
Oh, that's
Oh,
crazy.
So anyway, that's been our trauma stories. Let's get into the next segment for today.
Yeah. So I was working on this last night. Everyone seemed to like the segment that we had done previously, the cop it or drop it. And with that, I kind of did like some gags. And Bucky was filming then, right? Were you filming then? Yeah.
I was
But he didn't really get to like participate in it. And when I had first introduced the segment to everybody, Avril thought that it was going to be a hype beast segment. So I decided that I was going to make this segment hype beast. A couple of them aren't really hype beast, but they're like luxury, and so they're really expensive. So I guess it kind of falls under the hype beast. But I let's get into it. All right, cop it or drop it.
Hype piece edition.
Oh, jeez. All right, for the first one, we just got your standard Louis V belt. It's reversible, so one side is just black, the other side has like the print, the LV. I don't know, to be honest, it's got like this weird ass, like big LV metal on the end. I don't know if I'm feeling it, but this product here sells for $590. Do you guys cop or do you drop?
Drop. I could buy a lot more stuff for $590.
Absolutely drop, because I think, I just, like, personal opinion, I think all those, like, Gucci, Louis, like, all those belts are the stupidest things ever.
Dude, when people try to flex these belts and they have the
Exactly.
giant metal thing sticking out.
I know. I'm like, I'm not the type of person who's gonna walk around and be like, look at my belt.
And it's like, you
what the-
you destroy your entire outfit just trying to show off the belt, because like
yeah, I know. Like the tuck in the front.
yeah. It like if you're gonna, because most of the time when you wear a belt, it's not supposed to be like noticeable, and when you buy something like that, so you're obviously gonna wear it, so it is noticeable. Cause like it's like the centerpiece of your whole outfit, except that just destroys your entire outfit.
You're like, everybody look at my crotch.
Yeah, like
Sickly.
Yeah, I gotta say, drop it. It's ugly if you ask me. I mean,
Yeah, like what's the texture?
I'm sorry if any of you viewers own this, or your mom owns this, or your dad owns this, but burn it.
Well, don't burn it, but
No,
like
sell it.
you could
Sell
probably
it.
sell it to some other stupid people that are equally stupid.
And buy whoever owns the belt a better looking belt that doesn't have to be so noticeable.
Yeah,
Maybe buy them like IQ points.
Yeah. Okay, so next item, I don't know if you guys heard of this, but in the past couple months, this has been a really big thing. These are the Dior Jordan, the low top. They currently are worth $25,000. They originally sold for about $2,000, I believe. But there's only a very small quantity of these available that are actually authentic. So they're worth a lot of money. A lot of money.
Drop. Instantly drop.
Instantly drop?
Yeah.
I mean,
I'm not a big shoe guy. I could honestly care less if I had a pair of shoes like that. And $25K, I
also,
could
like,
buy a nice car with that money.
Could you even wear these without like getting like such bad anxiety? Like you're like, oh my god, I don't want to get these.
Those are. I don't want to get these dirty. I don't want to crease these.
Yeah.
Those are shoes that you don't like. If I would. Like
I put them in a glass box and be like,
yeah.
Oh.
Like I've always wanted to have like a shoe collection.
Yeah.
I've never had that because like I just never had like the money to like I've had money. I just never like decided to put it towards like a shoe collection. I just thought it's like I've seen other people do it. It's pretty cool. Like those shoes are sick. They're not like the type of shoes I'd wear. But like I would definitely like keep it in a box or anything. But that price, absolutely not.
Mm-hmm.
For $25K, I don't think so. It's kind of, like some things, like you attach that Dior on there, and it's like boom. Instant.
Yeah, like that's the question I have. Like, are there more expensive materials put into this shoe compared to the standard Air Force One, or is it just because it says Dior that it's worth $25,000?
It's just the brand.
It's the brand. I mean, those shoes are sick. Like
yeah, I mean they are cool.
Like look at Gucci.
Would I spend $25,000 on them? Absolutely not.
Well, maybe the answer would change once we start making like $25K per video.
Yeah. So hit me up on my Venmo, my PayPal. Make sure you go to Anchor.fm. Put that in the bio. Make sure you
stop plugging.
Always plug.
Yeah, but like it's like the same thing with like Gucci and Supreme. Like if you put like a Supreme box logo on a shirt, it's gonna go up like a ton of money. And say like if you put like a Gucci logo on a shirt or something like that.
Do you guys own any like Gucci or Supreme anything?
No.
You used to buy Supreme and sell it to people, right?
I used to be that guy. I would buy it.
Right when it came out, right?
Yeah, I would buy it instantly and then sell it. And the way I did it was kind of high tech because I wouldn't have it delivered to my house.
Yeah.
I would just tell them to hold on to it. And then once the order came in, because I didn't want to have all this stuff. I didn't want to be the one managing shipping anything. Yeah. I'd just like tell them not to ship it. Mm-hmm. Like I'd be like, hold on to it. And then whenever I'd get the order that they want to buy it, I'd like ask for their shipping address, saying I was shipping it and charge them shipping.
Yeah. Interesting.
I would charge them shipping.
Yeah.
But I wasn't getting charged shipping at all.
Yeah.
So I was making like an extra $8 off of everything.
Nice.
And I would basically put their address into the website and then they'd receive it. So I'd make a good like $200-$300 plus $8 off of every single thing.
Yeah. What made you stop that hustle you had going on there?
I just got like bored of
it.
It was kind of a lot of work.
Time consuming.
Yeah, it was like time consuming. Like I'd be like, because they would drop their stuff at the weirdest times. I still remember this. So when they were at their peak, it was 10 a.m. Thursdays. Every Thursday.
During the middle of a school day.
Yeah. So I would be in class on my phone. I would have my phone. I would have my laptop. I would have my iPad. And I would have like 3 different Wi-Fi connections.
You had like the little Bluetooth earpiece that you're like talking to like the teleprompter. Oh, hello.
No. But yeah,
you're talking to your parents at your house. Okay, so click now. No. And, like they had like 5 computers open.
Yeah. And I'd be like hitting refresh on every single thing at once. And their website is very poorly like secure. Like people can bots you can
bots and stuff.
Yeah, like most websites, like the Nike sneakers app and like Go and stuff like that, they're like really good with making sure that you can't get into bot. Like you can't buy the stuff with bots,
Mm-hmm.
like the Yeezy, even though their website's kind of weird looking, like they're good with security. Supreme has like no security. Like it's got about as much security as like the studio.
Yeah.
So it's so easy to bot that out. So you'd be competing against bots. So I'd be like, Command R, refresh, like on like all these different devices, and it was just like I was like, okay, I'm bored of it.
Well, like that's the thing. Does Supreme, the brand itself, like, did they even make that much money, or is it the people who then buy it and go and resell it?
Well, Supreme makes money because like they're making a T-shirt worth like $50 that they can make for probably like $5.
Yeah, but the thing is, they're selling it. Yeah, even though they're selling it for $50, but then people they buy it and then they sell it for $200.
Well, they do make money because they've kind of stopped doing that. Now they're doing a lot more. Like they still
Like
do
they're racking up the price of like their items.
Not
or
really.
what?
They still do a lot of like
They're more like mass producing them so that they're not rare and stuff like that.
They're, no, like
not even that. Oh.
no. What they're doing, so they're doing a lot of like basically custom orders.
My furnace is so loud.
Yeah,
Jesus
it's
Christ.
so loud. But what they're doing is like these rappers, they'll hit up someone at Supreme, be like, hey, I want like these sneakers, like Jordan 1 lows, like X Supreme,
So custom personal,
stuff. So it's like they'll charge like anywhere between like $3,000 to $5,000 for it, and it's only one of those in the world. So
Yeah. I bought my own pair of, or I didn't buy them. I guess I had my mom buy them for me, but let's not say that out loud. Anyways, I got these red and white Air Force Ones. I think they're mid tops. I want to customize them. I just don't know what to do to them yet. So I don't know if you guys have any ideas, but I was thinking about like maybe putting the adulting colors on it because like it already has red. I think that would be sick.
Yeah.
Maybe do like the drip Nike logo effect. Like I don't know.
feel
if
like that's kind of overdone.
Yeah.
But it's still
I don't
pretty
know.
sick.
Do you have any ideas?
I mean, I don't know. I have to see the shoe.
You know, that would be a cool idea for like our merch, because I feel like sweatshirts and t-shirts and stuff like that's already been done. But like, what if we started like selling shoes? I mean, that'd be obviously a lot.
Yeah, that would be a lot of personal
Because,
time.
like,
Yeah.
How much does a pair of Air Force Ones cost? Like $90?
$70,
70 bucks?
$90, yeah.
So
it depends. Like I think the standard white cost like $75.
yeah, so
Probably,
you.
yeah.
And in my opinion, I don't really like Air Force Ones, but like just buying shoes and customizing.
Customized, they look pretty sick. Though.
Customizing them
Yeah.
and then like.
Yeah, there's a lot of YouTube channels on YouTube that are just starting to do that type of stuff now,
Yeah.
like artists and stuff.
That's
How much do you think we could sell those for though?
A lot.
Like I know we could sell them for a lot, but do you think any of our audience would buy them?
I don't know.
Depends on how fire they are.
Let's
Comment down below if you want to get some custom merch.
Adulting
Like,
Air Force Ones. Videographer says he wants it. I don't think they make those in your size.
Do you have like $300 you could pay us? Oh.
What size shoes? What size are your feet? 4? You got the 13 and a half.
Yeah, at least they make my size.
Okay, let's move on to the next item. All right. So this is the 2020 Ferrari 812 Super Fast. Yeah, it's got the name. It's got the name Super Fast in it, so that's how you know it's super fast. This car right here goes 0 to 60 in less than 3 seconds.
I mean,
It sells for a total whopping price of $335,000.
I mean, if I had the money, I'd cop.
Yeah.
To be honest, a Tesla for like 150K.
Dude, the
way
new
faster.
Tesla, the 2020 Model
Roadster?
3, no, the Model 3, I think. They've been doing good, like reducing the price on it to make it more like of a car that everybody can afford. Like I think the 2020 model sells for $39,000, which if you think about it is not that bad.
Yeah, my mom's car that she recently bought cost more than what a new Tesla would cost. Which I was kind of upset about. I was like, Mom, why are you buying this?
And it's a good investment because you don't have to pay for gasoline.
Well,
But it goes into your
electricity bill.
Yeah,
So
I guess. You could just go like every time you need to charge it, go to like one of the superchargers and just post up for like an hour.
Yeah, but I feel like that's a lot of work having to go to a supercharger every single time.
I feel like no, but they've gotten like I see them all over the place. Like
I know they're popping up more because they're getting more of like a
like it, especially in our area, because I feel like a lot of people now in our area own Teslas.
Yeah, like malls and stuff like are
the
having them.
malls have them. Even like a gas. Like I've seen a lot of.
Yeah, the gas stations definitely have them.
Yeah. So I mean, if you think about it, it's kind of like just going to the gas station. Like
Target needed to get one though.
like like how people have been doing slug bug and stuff like that
Yeah.
in the past. I've heard people now are just doing Tesla and then
They're like not even rare anymore though. Like I see so many people with the car now.
I know.
But back to this, I would 100% buy this if I had that kind of money.
What color would you get?
Red.
I would get it. Okay, so it's a convertible.
Red.
Yeah.
I would get red seats, red leather seats.
No, I get black seats, red paint.
See, that's the exact opposite. I'd get red leather seats with matte black exterior.
Ooh.
But I feel like this red Ferraris looks sick.
I think I would do black seats, red car, and blue brake calipers.
You know, I think
The adulting colors.
Ooh.
You know, I think I have this car in GTA 5
Wow.
with the colors I want.
The adulting like customization or no?
Not the blue, not I don't have the blue, but it's like red, matte red. Or I have two. I have a I have a Lamborghini and then I have one of these. And actually, I won these I won this car at the casino.
Yesterday.
Yeah, it was
that's amazing.
It's like it's extremely expensive, but I wanted to like spin the wheel on the casino that they have in the game. So I won that car. I customized.
Is it in your garage?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I have a Louis Vuitton wrapped Rolls Royce too in the game. I have some sick cars, but
Can you upload your own graphics to put on a car in GTA or no?
I think you can in GTA, but you have to do it like through here.
But you should make an adulting car.
That'd
bro.
be sick, yeah. But basically, I have it's the base color is matte red, and then it's got highlights, so the hood is matte black, and the top of the convertible piece is also matte black.
Yeah.
And the other one is just color split, so it's matte black with the red hood and the red.
How many times have you crashed a car so far?
Dude, so many, but I found such an easy way where I don't have to pay for repairs. It's
really?
I drop the car off. I don't steal because then the cops will actually pull you over. If you're playing online, the cops will pull you over if they see a stolen car. So I spawn another car. I drive it about 1.5 miles, and then I just spawn my car that I destroyed, and it'll just spawn brand new.
What?
So, but long story short, 100% cop this if I had the
Did you
money.
make a business called Adulting
Yeah,
Industry?
I'm the CEO of Adulting Industries in GTA. So
Wow.
Really.
All right. The next one, the last one, my personal favorite. Prepare for this. This one is also the most expensive. But it's quite beautiful if you ask me. I present to you the adulting house. So this is a 7-bed mansion, 8,812 square feet, which is pretty freaking big. This house resides in Encino, California, because that's where we're gonna move when we make it big.
that's where all the famous YouTubers live.
Bucky's gonna come there. He's gonna be our videographer. The boys are gonna come there. Maybe
No, by that time.
maybe Josh if he's out of quarantine by then.
I mean, no. If we move there, I'm gonna be a host.
Yeah, we're
Yeah.
gonna have Bucky as one of the personalities, and we're just gonna have to hire videographers.
Yeah.
We'll
if we
demote Josh to the video.
I replaced him.
No, but that
7
house is
bedrooms. I feel like that's a lot. How many people are gonna have staying with us?
Well, 7 bedrooms. So think about it. If Josh comes too, well then that's
only
4 of us.
That means there's 3 extra rooms.
We got Avril's brother who's trying to follow in his footsteps here.
he's trying to kind of Paul brother his way to fame by riding his brother's coattails.
He's trying to become an influencer. So if he ends up coming and moving in there with us,
5.
but then he's gonna end up probably moving out and starting his own company where he takes money from young people
toxic.
trying to become
The
influencers.
new Team 10.
Yeah, and then we'll probably I don't know, we'll probably rent out the other spaces to our editors and videographers and stuff.
Yeah, so 5, and then 3. So I think a videographer, an editor,
Yeah.
maybe a live-in assistant.
Yeah. Yeah, we definitely need an assistant.
Yeah,
Comment down below if you want to become our assistant.
Yeah, I've actually someone
We need
Pay is 0, but hype is 1,000.
before school closed out. Someone actually asked if they could be my assistant.
Really?
Are you gonna disclose that name or?
Can you say it and beep their name? Yeah.
Yeah, it was.
Okay.
When you have a Rift come to?
Well, I don't know. If
I don't know.
wants- yeah.
He's starting his own. He's already started his own thing. But I mean, if he'd be interested in moving out there and like becoming our personal editor, that'd be mint.
That'd be so sick.
But yeah,
I'd cop that.
this house is honestly beautiful. It's huge. Lots of space. I hopped out the driveway, but the driveway's super long. I forgot how big how much the garage space is, but I mean,
There's enough space
it definitely
to make it a studio?
definitely fits over 6 cars. Yeah, or I mean, there's probably a room in the house that you could turn into a studio.
Yeah,
to be honest,
Probably.
Turn either a room in the house or like.
That back shed area.
we got our own pool.
I would want to knock down the wall around the pool, like you know how we have that fence,
Yeah.
and like extend out and kind of make like a gym in the back.
Well,
that'd be sick.
Is there like neighbors nearby though? Like, is that a neighbor's house behind us? Would that be a neighbor's house?
That's a good question.
That's what I'm saying.
I'd have to pull it up later.
We could just be like really bad neighbors and make
No.
our neighbors hate us.
No.
I don't want to be those type of people. That'd be bad.
Oh, but I definitely think that this could be the adulting house.
That would be litty, bro. That'd
How
be
do
so
how,
sick.
how long do you guys predict before we make our first milli on this channel?
A year.
A year.
You can
At-
get
at
the
least.
call from the
Honestly,
line.
If you guys are watching and this video is getting views and you're not subscribed, what are you doing? Subscribe.
But we do
It's
thank
easy.
people who are subscribed and watching our videos consistently.
Yeah, we love you guys who are subscribing and watching consistently. But if you're watching and you're enjoying this, subscribe. It's super easy. You can work your little finger out like Bucky does. He had to do that 2-finger therapy for a while. Turn on the post notifications.
It's right there. It's right there. The subscribe button. You see the little thing right there. Click that.
Yeah. All right. You guys cop or not?
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah. Or do we find out how this one's $16 million? Okay, this is kind of
We
outrageous.
could probably
I guess.
find one a little bit cheaper. That
$5
has
million.
like all this.
Yeah.
Like
stuff.
I've seen houses close to that, like 7 bedrooms, 8 bathrooms for like $5 million.
Yeah.
Like in the same area.
Yeah.
And plus, I feel like we don't even have to be like in downtown LA. We could be like in the.
This is
outskirts.
this is outside of LA.
Like 30
Yeah,
or
but
40
like-
minutes away.
Yeah. Okay.
I'm pretty sure.
Okay.
Huh. Bucky, do you have anything else you wanted to talk about while you were on this episode, man? I mean, we've enjoyed having you, obviously.
Yeah, I know it's been fun. Honestly, I don't really have much else to be honest.
You don't have any like drag racing stories? Like shout out to our first episode with
No, I'm not
Josh.
Josh. I don't have a fast car.
Oh. I got something.
Or
So
Apple new car.
no, not yet, because everything's kind of on hold because my insurance won't go down because I'm not driving enough miles because I'm not leaving the house.
Yeah.
And so the original goal was 6 months from like when I got my scholarship. So it was gonna be 6 months when my insurance would finally go down, but I'm not driving enough miles to qualify for it because you have to drive like.
You should just go driving now because like there's gases doesn't cost very much. You just go driving.
You should also like buy a used car that's not as expensive because there's a lot of like really nice.
I
used
might,
cars.
yeah. I was thinking I might buy like one of those like loaner cars that they. So when you go get your car service, you know the car that they give you.
Oh, yeah,
Oh,
like a
yeah,
loaner
yeah.
car. But
Yeah.
there's-
Oh, because they have
they're
such low miles on
Yeah,
it.
because it's like technically
Yeah.
used, but it'll
Yeah.
have like 2,000 miles on
Yeah.
it
but
because.
they're still nice too though.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but it's like brand new anyway because the detailing
And,
after
and they
every
have
single
to
person-
drop the price because it's been loaned out to people.
Yeah,
Yeah.
because it's like technically used. It's
Yeah,
got
And there's
miles.
been
Yeah.
damage and stuff they have to fix and stuff too. So
Yeah. So I was thinking about buying one of those, but
Is there a brand you're leaning towards right now?
Mazda.
Mazda.
how come?
Okay, let me explain this.
Let me just say BMW is kind of a nice car.
I don't have that kind of money.
Depends.
Well, I don't want to spend that kind of money.
What,
Yeah.
Well, like, how new of a car do you want?
Like, so we're in 2020, preferably 2018 or newer.
That's pretty new,
Bro.
Like, I would be fine with like a 20.
Well, no, that's what the
You
new
could get a
one-
really nice 2016 car, though.
I don't really want one though because
Why?
if you get a 2016 car, it's probably gonna have like over like 30,000 miles on it
I mean,
anyway.
my car's a 2004.
30,000 miles, though, that's nothing.
That's
man.
like nothing. Yeah.
I don't care. It's like one of those
But you're
things
not
where I
gonna
have
drive-
it. I have the
Avril,
resources
Avril.
available to me.
Avril, in the next 4 years, you are not going to be driving that much.
Yeah.
You're going to college.
And
like,
and think about
30
it. We
minutes from
move
your house.
we moved to LA. You're not gonna bring the car you have. You're gonna end up buying some like outrageously priced car. Probably the Ferrari super fast that we show.
yeah, 812 super fast.
Dude, if I feel like if I buy one of those, I would never drive it. Like
No, I would drive it all the time. I would.
Bucky would come home every day with a speeding ticket.
No, yeah, me and Josh was just meow.
Whoa. Whoa.
What is happening?
Whoa.
Shut that off. Shut that off.
I was getting a call on my phone and it's connected to my thing.
Yo.
Bucky,
What?
we make the first milli. What's the first car you buy?
To be honest, I
Record.
wouldn't know. Probably like some sort of car, maybe like we all could drive in, maybe like a Tesla or something. Like it's like that's like the first car. I feel like then like once we can like make our money, I'd then buy like a supercar or something. I can
We
have
need,
more fun with or something.
What we need is the
Adulting Sprinter.
the Mercedes Sprinter van.
know, I have a theory.
Dude, we gotta go on tour.
I have a theory.
Okay.
So when we do make it big, I feel like Josh is gonna be the guy that comes home with like some terrible car from like 2000, like a 2006
Are you
Honda
kidding?
Civic.
No, Josh would never do that. Like, look at the car he has now. He wants a fast.
No, I know.
car.
He'd come back like a 2006 Honda Civic with like an insane amount of upgrades where the car's worth like $150,000. But he's like, and I'll be like, dude, what are you doing? That thing looks disgusting on that driveway. Like, look at, you got a Lamborghini, a Ferrari, a G-Wagon parked next to it. And you got that 2000. Bro, it's faster than all the other cars, man.
I'm just saying, if we move out to LA and Josh gets arrested, I'm not bailing this dude out. I'm not going to the. He can have his parents fly all the way from Minnesota and come and get his ass out of jail.
Can I say one thing?
Yeah, what were you gonna say?
So, I made some fan art for you guys. I drew the adulting logo at my house, but it's in my brother's room because I forgot to grab it.
All right, we'll pop that in the video. We'll pop that.
I'll
in the
bring it.
video.
I'll bring it back next time. And another thing. So what I was trying to say was, I'm getting a press release, in the local newspaper because I got the scholarship or
Because you
whatever.
got COVID-19.
No, I got the scholarship, and
He's got both.
and I
Bofa.
plugged the podcast. I plugged the podcast in the press release, so hopefully they don't cut that part out.
Really? What'd you say?
I'd just be like, since we got nothing else to do right now, everyone's locked down, what you could be doing is you could go on YouTube or Spotify or Apple Podcasts and watch or listen to the Adulting Podcast hosted by me and two of my friends.
Did you say you're the CEO?
No, I did not.
Okay.
There's 4 of us. Why'd you say 3?
Well, hosted by 3 of my friends. And I did mention 4 people.
Okay.
Did you? Was this like a
I was gonna
local?
say, I will
This
say
is a
forget
local
about
journalist or that interviewed you or what?
It was one of our
It was someone
was-
from the school.
yeah, it was the
Oh, so
it
it's
was
going out through the school, not through like the local newspaper.
It said local press release, so I'm not
So
sure.
I'm
but
guessing
it
it might go in the newspaper because
If it goes in the newspaper, we might get views, bro.
yeah.
Well, because there's a school part.
Yeah,
in the paper,
there's
so,
a section like for
Yeah.
the school.
with like sports and stuff.
Yeah.
Imagine if we just reached out to the newspaper right now and asked if we could get like an article written about us.
Yeah, that'd be pretty sick.
They might be interested, because like we could talk about like how like these three and like
Josh.
one wannabe. No, I'm just kidding, Josh. People are like surviving and like doing stuff through like this time. Like what we're doing is creating content, and
But we're all together. We're not quarantining ourselves. I feel like there's people entirely like who would re-at us for not.
FBI open.
I mean,
Yeah. Anything else, guys?
Did you hear that?
why'd you just bang the table?
I was trying to make it sound like someone banging on the door.
Bucky, where can they find you?
Instagram. Braden Buckingham. Braden.Buckingham. BRAYDON.Buckingham.
Yeah, and if you don't remember that, it's always down in the description because he's our videographer.
Yeah. And make sure to subscribe.
Yeah. Like I said, we need subscribers. Like, come on. Also, this video needs to get views. Come on, man. I know the Zoom video was not the best, but the content we were talking about was amazing.
We're back and better than
We're
ever.
back and better than ever. We're on the set. This video went super smooth.
Avril Chohan vlogs.
Stop. What if we all made vlogging channels? Or a group vlogging channel once we get out of quarantine.
Yeah, that'd be sick.
No, these two already have.
Or if we made our individual vlogging channels, but then we like collabed.
Yeah.
I'm planning on recording my first vlog today. Hopefully. I got it written out. The problem is I've been working on this podcast and like writing stuff out. It also took me a fat minute because I was like trying to make like high quality graphics for my vlog channel, so that was like kind of a pain.
That's nice.
Yeah, and then like I don't know. Since we came back to digital classes, they've been giving me like a lot of homework.
Dude,
I got so much homework.
I've been doing homework for like 7 hours a day.
Yeah, I feel like I feel like the teachers are too afraid of not giving us enough, where they did so much, like they gave us so much work to the point where we're doing like twice the amount of work that we were doing when we were in school.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and I feel like I don't have the motivation to do it at my house.
No.
Like, I just don't.
Because
I feel like I don't want to do it.
I pull up my computer, I go on Google Chrome, boom, 18 notifications from YouTube, 7 notifications from like Instagram, like, and I'm just like, oh my god, I want to go on YouTube and like do a bunch of stuff to like get more
I
views.
get distracted somewhat easily.
Yeah.
So like I'm just like sitting there, and then like I'm watching a video for school, like, and then like a notification pops up, and I'm like not even watching anymore. I'm on my phone.
It's gotten to the point where I'm doing my homework on Safari instead of Google Chrome, because I know if I click Google Chrome, that big YouTube logo is going to be in the top right, and I won't want to click it. So, it's tough.
Oh my god. All right, I think that about does it. Like I said, make sure you subscribe. We need subscribers. View this video up either through Spotify, iTunes, YouTube, preferably YouTube. Yeah. But also go to Anchor. Give us money. We need your money.
Nice plug.
Make sure to check
Tell us if you want custom merch coming soon. Maybe a summer merch drop. That might be kind of sick.
Yeah.
I think that about does it. So
make sure to check the gram for updates when this.
So with that, we'll see y'all next time. Make sure you follow us on Instagram. Peace.